Well, it looks like the storm decided to skip me, which is fine by me. So I'm just going to work on my paramotor, and I'm going to be installing my off-grid cable. So pretty excited for that. All right, let's get to it. All right, so first off, I'm gonna remove my airbox, which is a 7mm. Let's get that off. Okay, now we got this off. What we're gonna do next is remove the throttle cable here and possibly just loosen all these here. Okay guys, so this cable came with this, which I think is welded or soldered at the end. So I'm gonna grind that just at the tip there, so I have as much as the cable as possible. And what I'm gonna do is add this lock, which is the lock that it came with, similar to the one that's already on my Atom 80. So again, I'm gonna grind that so I can take it out and use this style of locker. Okay, so the Atom 80, like I said, already comes with the little lock. Sorry, right there, the little L wrench lock that takes that lock off. But I got the new one here. For this one, I grinded that down until it came off, and this is the one that it came with. So I'm gonna use that. So yeah. Okay, so for this lock, I am using a number 2 L wrench. Okay, again, that's the one that I just removed from the Atom 80. Pretty dirty. Okay, so I have now removed the throttle cable, which needed that. I don't know if you can see it right here. It's kind of getting a little worn out. Next, I am loosening this here, which I think is a 12. I already loosened it, so this is gonna come out next. All right, so now that we got the throttle cable loose, you can pull it out. But I'm gonna go through and remove all of these, which are to my tacks, my tacho-meters, remove them off the line, and she shall be free. So I gotta remove these here one by one, and then the tape, and all of these other ones. Just free it all up from this cable. Okay guys, as I'm removing my tacho-meters here, where do you guys put them? I've seen people put them on here or on here. So I don't know, show me what you guys are doing in the comments. Give me some ideas. I think I want to keep my next cable free of that, so I don't have to do all this, you know, zip tying and all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this one free. Just not sure yet where I'm gonna put them. So see, this Teflon I add right here is so that it keeps the black tape from getting all the stickiness on the cables themselves. Works great when you do that. So turned out nice today. That storm totally skipped me. Alright, almost there. We got a bunch of these. See, I don't want to go through this again. So black tape off, black tape off. Right. Love working on my own stuff, guys. Even if I'm learning to do it for the first time, it always helps to know how to work on your stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna go and disconnect the red cable here. And I already took all the zip ties out, so now it's just dangling. And there it is. This throttle cable is loose. So now we can, gosh, dude. So now we can take it all out. All right, so that was my existing one. And here is the new off-grid throttle cruise control cable. All right, so we are installing the new throttle cable. Getting it not in. This hose back here is kind of holding it. Okay, I need 2 hands. Let me get that there. It's kind of flaring at the tip. I don't like that because it's probably going to make it hard for me to get through the nut. Okay, so I got this on here. Right now I got it just a little snug because I want to readjust all this after I install the rest. And now what I am getting to is the next problem I'm coming to is that I'm gonna have to stretch this out. So I'm gonna cut this off and take the cable from that one and attach it to that with some of these. Okay, so this is the new cable coming off of the off-grid throttle cable. This is the one that I just cut off my regular one, but you see the difference there? So what I want to do is match the exact same gauge, and I went looking for some, and so I found this. I'm going to use this one here to stretch it out. Alright, so I'm going to extend this, stick that right there, grab my crimpers, give it a nice squeeze. Okay, then I'm gonna put it on the other side and put this on the paramotor side. All right, we got that side in, so I'm just gonna melt all this so it shrinks. This is a little tube that is a shrink wrap, or shrink tube, I should say. All right, so I was trying my little torch lighter and that's not working, so I'm not gonna F around. I'm gonna use my plumber torch. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm kind of trying it out here away from the gas tank. Alright, that should do it. Okay, so I just rerouted this red cable through here just the way it was before, and now I got the excess coming out here. I'm gonna get a good measurement so I can put this right there. So cut it right there, add a new little foot, and that's it. Okay, so we're gonna have one of these here, and that should be what I need. Alright, so that's what we need. Cut this, give it a little bit of slack, probably just, and it just goes right there. Alright, we got the cable in, now we're just gonna squeeze it. And we're gonna heat up the backside. Okay, so that is installed. Kind of overdid a little crispy there, but she's there. We'll test it out here in a few once we get the rest of it installed. Okay guys, so I'm also right now kind of pondering whether I should take all this back off and add this spring right in there. So it helps this one retract. This one here can get a little weak sometimes, so mine's still pretty good, but I'm kind of thinking of putting that in. Okay guys, so I installed the spring in there after all. I'd rather just have it in there and not lose it than to have it and lose it and not use it. So it got a little hairy there. That was a little hard, but finally got it in. So here's the new cable. And so now I need the mirror. I'm gonna take this mirror and probably put it somewhere here on this new one. So yeah, old one, new off-grid cruise control cable, throttle cable. All right, well that's on there and got it on there pretty good. Bad thing is I just dropped this right now and it just hit like a little rock and it just chipped it. I'll see this. Oh man, right there. Sorry about the wind guys, it's picking up again. So yeah, that just snaps in there. We're good to go. All right, I guess the next thing to do is I'm just gonna make sure that these are nice and firm here somehow. I'm gonna attach it to this. So I'll do that and then I'll show you guys what I did. Okay guys, so the throttle cable has been installed. Now, before I put this away, I had a really important question for you guys and I need you guys' help because I really want my RPMs to show here, but I don't want to run it on the outside. I want to run it on the inside of this. So you guys can see I can kind of open a hole there and feed it through. But my question to you guys is, this is here temporarily. If I cut these wires, will that interrupt the hours? I know it'll interrupt the clock and all that, maybe it's okay, but I don't want to interrupt the hours. So if you guys can get back to me on that. I know there's probably like 2 wires in here, and if I cut these and solder them later, will that interrupt this instrument? So I want to be careful with that. So for now, this is my temporary fix. It's all zip tied back here nicely until I figure out what I want to do. I could disconnect it all the way back up here towards, you know, but I don't know. I don't know what's involved. One wire, two wires in here. But if I disconnect it, if you guys can help me out with that, please let me know if that's something that I can do. That way I can just either disconnect it all the way from the spark plug up here, or just cut it, resolder it, put it back together, and run it cleanly through here all the way to here, right by my mirror. That's where I would like it, because I like to see my RPMs and I'd like to watch my temperature. So yeah, if you guys can get back to me on that, that'd be great. If not, yeah, I'll figure it out. But this is done. I'm super stoked. I tested it out. Everything's adjusted correctly. So yeah, that is it for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps somebody out there with an Atom 80. It's a pretty simple fix, or a pretty simple replacement. So thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next AMO shenanigans at the LZ.